Hey, what's happening, family? This is Branden with Raw Recovery. As you can see, I'm still in the laundry room. I got a bunch of laundry to fold, so I thought, hey, what not a better time to talk a little bit about me and kind of what we're planning on doing with the channel and just kind of chop it up a little bit. Right on, guys. And I got a bunch of laundry to fold, so I'm kind of just gonna fold it as we're talking here. My name is Branden Loomis. I've currently been sober for, let's see, going on 4 months. It'll be 4 months, October 15th. October 15th. I've struggled with drugs and alcohol basically my whole life. Both of my parents were addicts. My dad was an alcoholic, and my mom was an addict. So it's always kind of been a part of my life. Early childhood, I moved around a lot. I went to a lot of different schools. By the time I think I was 10 or 11, my parents were divorced. I was living with my mom. She was knee deep in addiction, and I eventually moved in with my grandparents and my dad. Let's see, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, up to about eighth grade. My dad was still struggling with alcohol quite a bit. It wasn't until then I even realized he had an alcohol problem. Anyhow, yeah, things were a little rocky and shaky and whatnot, but wasn't too bad. By the time I was in sixth grade, I started smoking weed. Yeah, I started smoking a lot of pot. It really seemed like the cool thing to do, and I had some older cousins and stuff who were potheads. So yeah, you know how that goes. And by the time I hit eighth grade, I resented both my parents so much, and kind of said, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want from now on. Things progressed. I got in some pretty big trouble, stealing cars and just a bunch of stupid stuff, man. And eventually, my dad was kind of out of the picture. He was kind of in jail, in and out of jail. And then eventually, I moved to my sister's house in Illinois, and that was, let's see, I want to say halfway through eighth grade year, and I lived out there with her for just about a year, up into freshman year, and then I started popping Adderalls and just kind of going back to my old ways after I was doing good there for a while. Anyhow, I moved back to Colorado, and basically just started hanging out with the wrong crowd, or not so much hanging, just being an idiot. Started partying a lot, just pretty much just caring about girls and partying and drinking. I eventually got caught selling marijuana. I got a distribution of marijuana ticket. I was already on drug court, so I ended up getting locked up to Department of Youth Corrections when I was 16, 17, 18, 16. Yeah, because I spent my 17th and 18th birthday in the Department of Youth Corrections. And then right before I got locked up, my girlfriend at the time, she was pregnant, so I pretty much missed out on that. And man, I go in there and do my stuff, and man, I didn't even realize this is kind of hard to talk about, but went in there, did my time. My girlfriend broke up with me while I was incarcerated, and then I moved out. Anyhow, man, I started getting into methamphetamines. I did methamphetamine for, I don't know, year, on and off for some time. The meth addiction, honestly, never really has been my thing. Pretty much alcohol. If I'm drinking, I want to get high. It was miserable, you know. It never really brought me any comfort or anything. But people I was hanging out with just got weirder. things just got shady, man. Real shady. That's just a dark place to be when you're getting high on meth, and it almost doesn't really even matter what you're doing. Even if you're going to work and you think you're handling your business, like just it's really hard to explain. If I know I'm talking to a lot of people out there who know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a dark thing, man. Eventually, I moved away because that's kind of my coping mechanism. I just up and leave, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but so yeah, I kind of just up and left that, and yeah, let's see, did that, been left. Alcohol has always followed me around, fortunately. The alcohol has always followed me around. So I never really quit drinking, but I did get off the meth. Eventually, I moved back to Colorado and I started doing meth again, pills, fentanyl. It was all bad. It was ridiculous, man. And I know I'm not going into too many details. I just want to let you guys know, like, I've been through it. Meth addiction, opiates, pills, to heroin, to fentanyl. You know, everybody knows that's what's on the streets now. And if you're using any of those drugs, please seek help. All right, please. My heart goes out to you and your families and everybody. You know, addiction is such a pain in the ass. It hurts everybody. You know, and yeah. Anyhow, hey, what's up, brother? What's happening? One of my good brothers just walked in the room. We're hoping to have him on the channel at some point here. What's up? Hey, what's up, bro? I'm just doing some laundry and having some discussions here. Kind of just talking about my addiction, but yeah, as everybody knows, you know, it just leads you to hell, really, in a handbasket. Yeah, it really sucked, man. And finally, I just had to fucking draw the line. So yeah, man. Anyhow, yeah, dude, all those addictions, man. It really just sucks the life out of you. It never ends well. You forget who you are. You totally, completely forget who you are. It's just drugs, you know. And like I've said before, if I can do this, you can do this. I promise. You make that first step. The first step is the hardest step. I promise. The first step, when you get into, my shirt shrunk. Oh, great. When you get into detox, sorry guys. Once you get into detox, it gets easier. It gets way easier. You get into detox and it's like, well, you know what I mean. You get into detox, and that's the first step. You know, if you're as far in your addiction now as I was, go to detox. And stick it out. And I know how hard it is. I know it's crazy. It's crazy, but you can do it. I know you can. So believe me, the last time I went, I went to the ER because I was suicidal. And all I was doing was drinking at that point. I started contemplating suicide for a couple weeks, and then next thing you know, voices started coming in my head. I started hearing crazy voices. I'm not going to go into that on this video, but yeah, I was hallucinating. I was delirious, and I went to the hospital, and I knew I was withdrawn, and it was horrible, and you know. But I don't ever have to worry about that again, and relapse does not have to be a part of your recovery. You know, you don't have to make that a part of your recovery. You don't have to use another substance or drink another drop ever again in your life. Ever. You could choose not to. So, like I said, if I can do this, you can do this. And I know there's detoxes. There's got to be detoxes in every state, I would think. I was thinking about putting on. Is this kind of weird that I'm doing laundry in this interview at the same time? Oh well. Anyhow, I just got these shirts from from basically like a thrift store. So, and I washed them, so I wasn't sure if they were going to shrink. But anyhow, I know there's got to be resources in every state, and what I'm going to do, sorry, I was kind of losing my train of thought, is when I make the Facebook page, I will go and find resources for each state, and I'll have a list of resources. It'll be Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, down the line. It'll be a file of some sort, and I'll have different resources in each one, because this channel is dedicated to that. That's the whole reason I made this channel. And the whole reason I made this channel was, not just for you, but for me, because this helps me. If I'm helping someone else, if it's just words of encouragement, resources, anything, like, it makes me feel good. And honestly, I've always kind of been into making videos and stuff. I remember when I was a kid, I'd run around, I'd have my little flip phone, I'd be running around making little videos, and just fun times, man. So, yeah. Anyhow, right on, guys. I'm really hoping I can get stuff popping off, and I'll go more into about me and kind of my life. I know this was kind of just quick, but yeah, I'll go more into depth about some of my experiences and stuff. I really want to let my viewers know, like, I've been addicted. I've been addicted to, like I said, methamphetamine, fentanyl, heroin, alcohol. And you'll learn this throughout time, alcohol is my biggest demon, like, bad. But we all got them, and, I've been blessed to, have people in my life, and, yeah, just hope. I never completely gave up hope, and I can't have anyone on my channel giving up hope either. There's hope for you, I promise this. There's promise, and I'm going to continue. That's why I'm doing these interviews, because I can tell you, I've met people in here who've put a gun to their head, pulled the trigger, and a bullet went into their brain, and they're still alive here, in recovery, doing absolutely phenomenal. And I hope I can get him on here sometime. I'm going to really try. But, oh yeah, be on the lookout for, tomorrow's Wednesday. It's going to be Wednesday night laundry room discussions. All right? Awesome, guys. Again, this has been awesome, and if you can, please like and subscribe. Put some stuff down in the comments. Give me some feedback, man. I'm just starting this channel. I've never done this before, so if you could give me some feedback, like what I can be doing better, what you think I can do to help, anything that can support this, because I want this to reach other addicts. That's my plan. I want people to see this. I want this popping on people's feed, because when you're in addiction, you're just sitting there on your phone because you probably don't have a job or nothing else going on your phone, on fit, If I pop up there, one of my interviews pops up there, and they get even a little shred of hope, that could change their life, man. So that's the goal. Like and subscribe. I'm Brandon. I'm signing out. See ya.